What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Go ahead and put in your name where you are calling in from. Also, if you can be able to hear me, go ahead and like. How you guys doing? Go ahead and like this post, please. Let me know you can hear me well. All right, we got Zach from Miami, we have Jose from Miami, and we have Jess from CT. How you guys doing? I'm just gonna go ahead and just get started. Go ahead and get started. Interesting. All right. Let's go ahead and get started with EU first. All right. All right, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? My name is Philip Anglade, and welcome to FXPronow.com. What we're going to be speaking about today is what I call This Week in the Markets. This Week in the Markets is where I go ahead and actually look at the charts to see if there's anything available, and if there is something available, we go ahead and actually take advantage. And we do it twice a week, Monday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this past Monday, today's Wednesday, this past Monday, we spoke about EU, AU, UJ, and GJ. When it comes to EU and AU, they both hit take profit. Both of them went ahead and got a 70 pips. And when it came to GJ was the only one that was off a little bit. And then UJ, we didn't call anything on that one too far. And either way, it didn't even move too much since then. So let's go ahead and actually get into the update for EU to see if there's anything available for the rest of the week heading into next week. All right, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? My name is Philip Anglade, and welcome to FXPronow.com. What we're looking at right now is EURUSD. So what we called from this past Monday, a couple of days ago, 2 days ago, is the fact that what we're looking for is price to go ahead and actually find a bullish engulfing pattern, and it's literally listed right here. Looking for price to form a bullish engulfing on the M30 time frame, somewhere in this green box, found on the M30 time frame. So I'm going to go into the M30 time frame, but you can be able to see how this hit. So on the M30 time frame, we'll go ahead and get into there later. But we did find a bullish engulfing pattern that formed over here, and then from there we entered into our buy, and it hit take profit literally about 6 hours after I called this. And we're looking for price to get to take profit number 2. It seems as though it's finding some level of consolidation. Wouldn't be surprised it'll push down probably a bit, and then from there continue. When I go to the M30 time frame, most likely we'll see exactly where it'll go. So we do see the fact that this has broke level resistance. Broke a level of resistance over here, which was exactly what we needed. It did retest, not that much. Probably when I pull out my fibs, I'll be able to see it on the lower time frame. And we did have that continuation, which is cool. So let's go ahead and go to the M30 time frame because that's the only way that I'm going to be able to see what's really going on here. All right. Let me go ahead and clean some of this up. So this is exactly what we were looking for. If I were to go to from point A to point B over here, we see the fact that this does not get to 38.2. This is not like a real retracement. So I'll go ahead and actually just move this a little higher to this point right here. So point B over here, we see that price gets into that green box that I was talking about. It actually does get to 38.2, finds a bullish engulfing pattern, which is what I was just talking about right here. Finds a bullish engulfing pattern where there's a bullish candle that engulfs or eats a bearish candle over here. And then from there, it finds a continuation. But then from there, it drops, and then it finds another bullish engulfing pattern at 50%. So that's why most times at 38.2, I don't really go at my full lot size until it gets to about 61.8. So being the fact that I see it happen again over here, and we have another bullish, and then we have, you know, the takeoff. And then from there, we see that negative 27% right here, which would be my first take profit based upon the M30 time frame. But we did find a take profit number one based upon the higher time frame, which was here. So essentially, like, we got an even better one. But my next take profit is going to be up in this area over here, which is what we came up with on the higher time frame. So we'll probably have to wait a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised this may push down a bit before it continues. Being the fact that it's starting to consolidate a little bit. Not really consolidate, but it's not having that same aggressive push. So maybe we'll have a retracement, or this is, yeah, this is the retracement. We have a bullish engulfing pattern at 38.2. So if anything, this is clear to go. And I'm still looking for 1.14. So if anything, I'll feel confident in that one right there. So EU to 1.14. I think it's ready. It may do the same thing where I'll push and then push back down. It may do the same thing, or it may just continue. So based upon this EMA, which I don't really look at too much, it is on the bottom side of it. I'd rather it to be on the top side of it, but it was on the bottom side over here. So if anything, yeah, it created a bullish engulfing pattern. I think it's ready. Let's go to the H1 time frame to see and confirm. Does it make another bullish engulfing? It did over here. I'd like for this to engulf this area right here, and then we'll go on from there. We have 50 minutes left on this, so it's going to take some time. So go ahead and let that candle close, and we'll go on from there. Damn it, bro. So mad that happened. All right, so let's go ahead and go to EU to AU. Okay. What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? My name is Philip Anglade, and welcome to FXProNow.com. What we're looking at right now is AU. So based upon what we came up with last time that we were on Monday, this smacked take profit beautifully. It did have some consolidation in there, but then essentially it hit our take profit, which was a nice 70 pips to our take profit, a little more, 80 pips. I cleared mine at 70, but what we see here is very, very simple. Point A to point B and point C. We have the bullish engulfing pattern based upon this H1 time frame. We were also able to see on the M30 time frame, and then from there, clear. to the upside, consolidated a bit, kind of pushed down. Didn't have like the real retracement, which is perfect. We see that this continues and then smacks our take profit, which is exactly what we were looking for. And now this is just somewhat of a retracement. We see that we find a level of support right here, and I'm looking for the continuation to this upside. Let me go ahead and check to see on the H4 time frame where we're at. Yeah, we're right in the middle. So let's look at the daily. Yeah, I'm not looking for more buys on this anymore. At least for now. This is a downtrend on the daily time frame, but we do have that level of support that I've been talking about for a while now. And I'm not going to keep on going for buys, being the fact that on the higher time frame it is a downtrend. Even though I am looking at this as a level of major support on the weekly time frame, but still 61.8 is in confluence with this daily right here. So I'll be looking for this to start pushing down pretty soon. But I'm not going to personally train this because there's no way of me knowing, okay, it's going to go in X direction or not. Being the fact that, one, on the weekly time frame, there's a level of major support that we can be able to see here. All right. Yes, it's starting to push up, but on the daily, this is a major downtrend, even though on the weekly we see a level of support. So I'm not going to call anything on AU right now. All right. So thank you very much for tuning in, fxpronow.com. Go ahead and check out our 5-step system to become an FX Pro Now. Let's get it. All right, EURUSD. What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? My name is Philip Anglade, and welcome to fxpronow.com. What we're looking at right now, good stuff, Greg. We're looking at right now is UJ, and what we see here is the fact that it started consolidating. On Monday, what I mentioned to you guys is the fact that I'm not really going to call anything too much when it comes to UJ, being the fact that it's in a middle ground for me personally. So that's why I didn't call anything specific on UJ. What we see here is the fact that this is a major break of structure based upon this H4 time frame. And this is the retest at 61.8. It started to push. So now what I'm looking to see is, okay, will it break this level of resistance or will it continue to the downside? If it continues to the downside, I'm looking for sells on a higher time frame, right? If it continues to the upside, then I'm still in a limbo because I see the fact that it broke structure. Now, if we were to go to the daily time frame, we'll be able to see that I'm not really the trend line guy, but we do see the fact that if I was to pull out a trend line, this does form some type of trend line. But I'm not really that guy. It's not even pretty, honestly. But we do see that it does form something. Point A, point B, point C. But it's not too convincing for me personally. We do see the fact that on this daily time frame, we also see a level of resistance that's formed. So, you know, is it forming a wedge on a higher time frame? Maybe, maybe not. But the fact that this level of support, I mean, resistance is so strong. I don't know. So let's go ahead and go ahead and go to the M30 time frame. Like I said, it's in this area right here, and it's not giving me a clear sign, hey, I'm going to continue to the downside, or hey, I'm going to continue to the upside, even though on the H1 time frame it is an uptrend, obviously, right? And you can probably say on the H4 time frame as well, it's an uptrend, right? So this would have probably been the best time to buy, to continue, but I'm looking for the higher time frame to see what's really going on. And based upon the daily, it is broken structure. So let's see. So thank you very much for tuning in. It's fxpronow.com. Go ahead and check out our website, fxpronow.com, to see our 5-step system to becoming an FX Pro now. Let's get it. All right. So for the guys that are new, when I speak about fxpronow.com, this is our actual website right here. And when I speak about our 5-step system, what I'm talking about is the fact that when you go ahead and actually check out our website, fxpronow.com, our goal is to be able to have you learn the safe yet profitable rules of Forex. So keyword safe and keyword profitable and keyword rules. All right. So step number 1, you want to make sure that you stay connected with us through email. We don't blow up your email box, because I don't like that at all. So I want to make sure that you can be able to go ahead and actually check out anything that comes in through email. And also step number 2, to go ahead and get into our group chat. That's where most of the content gets put in. And then from there, step number 3, go ahead and actually hear some stories of students that have gone ahead and taken our course. Step number 4, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss out on any updates when it comes to our YouTube. Step number 5, go ahead and actually take our course itself. Now, when it comes to our course, we have a whole bunch of stories, like I mentioned. Go ahead and check some of those out. Now, it's not going to stop with the course when it comes to our program. First, our goal is for you to become an FX Pro now by taking our course. But then what we want to do is go ahead and actually celebrate our earnings together, where we'll actually take trips together and stuff like that. And then along the way, we'll actually give back by, just giving to the community, and also go ahead and actually compound our Forex assets by investing into long-term residual gains that'll last for a while. So if you want to actually go ahead and actually get access to everything that we got to offer, click where it says join the vision, or pick a course. We have an online course and we have an in-person course. And what's really cool about this is the fact that if you're to go ahead and actually get into our online course, you'll be able to see the fact that there's an actual curriculum that comes along with it. This is not just something where we just put stuff together. No, this is something legit, where you're going to be able to start from the beginning, not knowing anything, but be able to learn this world of Forex. So you're going to be able to know, what type of trader should you be? Where would you start marking up the charts and stuff like that? What do you do next? How do you know if the market is going to continue going up or down? How do you know if price is retracing, how far it's going to retrace, and where it'll go after that? And then from there, when exactly do you enter? And how do you know if you should stay into a trade or not? And I'll literally give you a checklist before you enter, and literally everything that comes along with really understanding how to become a trader. Everything is included with the course. These are pre-recorded videos that you can be able to get access to at any point in time. There's over 40 videos you can be able to get access to. It's a lifetime membership. You have personal access to me, and you get access to a private group chat, and private weekly mentoring as well. So you can be able to speak to me directly, right? If you have any questions, you can be able to always click on here, and you can be able to actually contact me directly by clicking on here and filling out the contact info, right? But I don't want you to just hear what I got to say about the course, go ahead and check out some stories. These are all clickable videos that you'll be able to watch, to be able to see exactly what it's done for other people. All right. And if you're ready to get started, just go into fxpronow.com, go to where it says buy advanced course, click on the course that you want, either online or in person, and then click where it says buy course. All right, so let's go ahead and go to GJ. All right, so what we see here is the fact that what's crazy is, yeah, let me go ahead and record this. All right, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? My name is Philip Anglade, and welcome to fxpronow.com. What we're looking at right now is GJ. And what we see here is the fact that I was like on point and I didn't even realize I was on point. So remember how we mentioned we pull out our fibs from point A to point B. Point C was at 61.8, and then continuation. We were looking for the continuation to the downside. What was interesting is the fact that I said, hey, listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play defense, and just in case, what I'll do is I'll pull up my fibs from point A to point B, and point C, we're looking for point C to be at least 38.2. And that's exactly what it did. It got to 38.2 to the T. But what's interesting is the fact that when I went to the H4 time frame on a lower time frame, for some reason my 38.2 was lower. So when I looked, I realized the fact that on the daily time frame, I had one fib, right? But for some reason, it wasn't showing on the lower time frame, on the H4 time frame. And then when I went to the H4 time frame, it was showing one fib, but it wasn't showing on the higher time frame, the daily. So what our analysis was the fact that we're just going to close at a 38.2 and that's it, and not look for anything lower than that. And because of that mix up, it was just a bad thing. Anyways, let's go to the H4 time frame so we see what's next. We see the fact that as far as this high right here, price got exactly to that high. What I was thinking is, well, if we're looking for the continuation to the upside, price will most likely have to retrace at least a little bit to at least 38.2. Right, so it looks like this is the high, right? And I'll look for price to at least get to 143.5 and then continue to the upside, or at least get to 61.8 and maybe even fill in that gap. As we can see, 61.8 literally goes exactly where the gap starts. So this is where I'm looking for price to really get to. So 142.6, that's where my take profit is personally. And then we'll look for the upside move after that, which would be at the least negative 27%. Even though it is looking kind of weird, we do see that the negative 61.8 is at our daily key level, which is pretty interesting. So maybe it'll go there. But I just find it pretty interesting that price finds a level of resistance at the last high right there. So let's go ahead and see on the higher time frame what that looks like. Based upon the daily time frame, this is a downtrend completely, and most likely based upon the weekly as well. You can be able to see that. And what's interesting is the fact that negative 61.8 for this specific move, and point A, point B, point C for this specific move line up with this negative 27%, also line up with this daily. So I'm almost sure that price is going to head to this area. It just needs to retrace a bit. Once it makes that real retracement, I'm going to be looking for the continuation to this point, which will be a nice amount of pips. 500 pips from 61.8 and 400 pips from 38.2. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. Let's say next week is what I'm going to be looking for this specific trade right here. I'm excited about this one. So let's see how this one goes. So greatly appreciate your time. It's fxpronow.com. Go ahead and check out our 5-step system to becoming an FX Pro now. Mostly getting into our group chat, get into our YouTube, and a couple others from there. Go ahead and check it out. All right, speak to you soon. Peace. All right, so there you go, guys. Greatly appreciate your time logging in. If you guys have any questions, you'd always be able to contact me directly. And we'll go from there. So before I go ahead and actually log on, log off, go ahead and actually send me some questions or anything like that. Any questions before I actually log off? No problem, Jose. AUDUSD. I think there is. And I think you pronounce it as Jethro. Jethro. I'm looking for GJ to pull down at least a 38.2 or 61.8 based upon the hour time frame. And then from there, I'm looking for the continuation to the upside. If anything, go onto the TradingView website, and I'm going to be posting up a replay of specifically GJ in the next hour or so you can be able to see exactly how I did it. When it comes to UJ, I don't really know. Like I mentioned, I don't know if it's going to break through the level of resistance. If it does, I'll be looking for it to go back to 114. And if it doesn't, I'll be looking for the continuation to the downside past 109. What am I doing? Yep, I think so as well. I'm looking for. I already have my sell on GJ. Once it got to the top and I saw it consolidating, I'm like sell. I got it a while ago, so I'm in. Hmm. So I see your question when it says, "Is the structure broken on GJ?" It matters on what you're talking about. When it comes to the H4 time frame, no. The structure was not broken; it was just tested. It just got to a level of resistance, and that's it, from my perspective, at least. All right, guys. Speak to you soon.